Ni hao, my friends from, I can officially say now, my favorite city in China, which is Shanghai. I'm so excited to show you around. As always, please let me know if you can see me okay, if you can hear me okay. I see we already have 47 people here waiting. That's the most ever as we are beginning. And right from the get-go, I really want to say a big thank you to Costas World of Music Memories, Harriet, Jim, and Yuki. Thank you so much for the super chat before the stream even started. And as always, a very big thank you to Jim Ross for the very generous PayPal before we get started. Really appreciate you guys. And thank you to everyone for coming out, because I know it is like either very early morning in some parts of North America, or very late if you are in Japan or farther. I think you guys are like 2 to 3 hours ahead, but wherever you all are, thank you so much for coming out. Greatly appreciate it. I see Arthur, I see Keith in the chat, I see Claude from Montreal, I see David from Sydney, Olivier from West France, very nice. Alfred from Calgary, Alberta. Hello there, Alfred. Matt from Belgium, Melissa, Daniel, Jeff, oh, Shigeru, thank you so much for coming out. My stay is going very well. My time in China has honestly gone by so quickly. I'm actually on my last few days here. A little bit sad to be leaving, to be honest. We got Salome from Guangzhou. Oh, hello girl, how are you doing? So good to see you in here. Didn't realize at first. Mike from Medicine Hat, amazing. SVS from Colombia. All right, oh yeah, there's Jim in the comments. Thanks for coming out, Jim. Amazing. Okay guys, well, I'm sure some of you may be very confused because as you can see, there's not really many people around me, as my thumbnail would have you believe, correct? Well, I wanted to start on a part of Nanjing Road. We're still on Nanjing Road, but it's Nanjing Road West before the madness begins. Because I don't know how it's going to be tonight. I was only there on May 1st when the holidays first started. That's where I took the thumbnail. It was crazy. But I assume today, May 3rd, also being a Saturday, it's probably going to be real busy as well. But I wanted to have like a normal conversation with you guys because I imagine it's going to be tight, it's going to be loud. So I thought that I would start about 15-20 minutes from the actual madness. So we'll start making our way there because there's a lot to show you. But I also wanted to start on this part of the road because it is just so beautiful. Let me flip the camera to show you guys what I mean. Honestly, like as far as big cities go, I think Shanghai is the prettiest big city I have seen. Like, look at the gorgeous lights they have on the trees. We've got the most amazing malls in this area, my absolute mecca. And yeah, it just continues on for so many kilometers. So I am a very, very big fan of this area. And as you can see, like it's fairly chill, right? Like not that many people here, but I promise you there will be people very, very soon. Because if you guys don't know which holidays it is here in China, it's actually their Labor Day sort of holidays. And I find that interesting because correct me if I'm wrong, but our Labor Day in North America, it's like in September or something like that. Somebody let me know in the comments. But theirs is in May. And what's interesting is I think usually it's a period of 3 days, but because it happens over the weekend, you know, those 2 additional days are also brought in. So yeah, it's like 5 days where a lot of people are traveling all over the country, and the crowds get absolutely crazy. So personally, I would not recommend coming here at this time because it is just a little bit too chaotic, and accommodation will also tend to cost you a lot more. But you know, just in my particular case, the dates before this is when the press trip was. So, you know, because I've chosen to stay, that's what we are dealing with in the current moment. Let me see here. I'm going to read your comments as I flip it here. Oh, Keith says May 1st is Labor Day in Europe too, really? Huh. Interesting. Look how pretty the trees are, aren't they? It's just so nice. It feels like it's Christmas or something, but I'm pretty sure they have them year round, which is great. And out of curiosity, who here in the chat has been to Shanghai before? I would like to know, and what was your impression of it? Oh my God, these scooters. Oh, here we go. A little bit of Canadian pride right here. Tim Hortons. I actually just had it a few weeks ago when I was in Beijing, and honestly, the coffee, it's more or less the same. They have some drinks that we don't, but the ones that are the same, I'd say they do taste very similar, but the food is completely different, and personally, from what I had, I did not like it. But their atmosphere is also better. They're much fancier looking Tim Hortons than we have in North America. So you win some, you lose some, right? And then right beside here, I think they have some kind of interesting Chinese EV car brand. That looks pretty cool. That's another thing that you guys will see in my upcoming videos. My next one, actually, Hangzhou, on next Wednesday when it will go live. We get to visit one EV manufacturer in China, and it was just so cool to see some of the designs that they have here. And most impressive was the price point. Like, brand new luxury design, in my opinion, you know, very spacious sedan style vehicle for like 30,000 US dollars. Like something similar in the US, or, you know, with Canada, with the exchange rate, I would say is double, like easily double for a brand new vehicle of that stature. So of course, you know, the government subsidizes that industry here, so that's how they can make it so cheap. But obviously, you know, the labor and all of that is also a lot less here. So it's pretty crazy, the price difference of cars here in China versus US or Canada. Oh, hello to Shannon from New York. Thank you so much for coming out. Greatly appreciate it, and hope you are doing good. Oh, I almost walked into the pole. That is not good. I'm reading your comments here, and it kind of doesn't give me the full spatial awareness that I need. Okay, good to see there are some people that have been to Shanghai in the comments. It is such a cool city. I definitely see myself coming back, because unfortunately, as soon as I got here, I had so much editing I had to do, and just like catching up on, you know, just computer work in general after the press trip, since that was so go. So to be honest, I haven't had a lot of exploring of the city just yet. So I definitely already need to come back here, because I know I already love the city, and I will love it even more if I have the proper time to explore it. Oh, that's a good question. from Rodrigo. If you had unlimited money, where would you choose to live? How about everybody answer that question in the comments? You know, it would change. It would change depending on kind of what phase of my life that I'm in. You know, in this period, since I would overall like to be in Europe, I think, you know, with unlimited money, Switzerland would of course be. Oy, I swear to God, these damn scooters. They freak me out. Yeah, it would definitely be like a Switzerland. It would be a Switzerland. I was trying to think of like a secondary option, but yeah, if I had no money, like, you know, Switzerland is very clean, very orderly, not much crime. You know, I guess you could say it's the Asia, it's the Asia, or like the Japan specifically of you know, Europe and stuff. So I think that's the kind of country that I would like to live in if money wasn't a problem. But honestly, like, now having seen Shanghai, I absolutely, at some point in my life, want to live here, even for a couple of months. You know, I don't need to live here long term or anything, but I would want to live here even for a couple of months. That would be so incredibly amazing. So those will be my two choices for now. But once again, I think it would greatly range depending on the age that I'm in, the kind of life circumstance that I'm in. But yeah, for now, I see myself living more in Europe. So that would be my answer. Gonna read your guys' answer. Oh, Austria, that's a good choice. Vienna, yeah, actually, that would be my second choice after like Switzerland. Good choice. That's very true. It's too hard for people who haven't traveled the world to answer that question. Yes, that is very true. Why are people saying my video is a blur? And yes, unfortunately, it's because of YouTube that it throttles the stream, so it's only 720. I apologize. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera. We are gonna cross this very big street, but check out the beautiful buildings along the way. I'm actually surprised that this part of the street isn't more busy. I was expecting, even, you know, starting here, it was gonna start to get. Why is everybody running? Should I be running? What are they doing? Ladies, calm down. Or, oh, maybe they're catching the bus? I don't know why they're freaking out. Interesting. Oh yeah, I think they're trying to catch the bus. So I was like, where are you running? Oh, hello. Hello from Veliko Tarnovo. Zdravejte. So good to see the Bulgarians on here as well. I can't believe I'll be back in Sofia in already less than 2 weeks. Very soon gonna be home. Can you guys see the amazing buildings right in front of us? That is what we are heading to. It is gonna be amazing. John says next week I'll fly to Shanghai from Montreal. Now I'm sitting in a local Tim Hortons. Nice. A world away, but Tim's is ever present. Question from Jacob asking, have you been bothered by any scammers? Well, interesting enough, as I was walking here, there was like a guy that came up to me with like a bag, and, you know, is like waving me over. Obviously I'm not going over there. Then he kind of started following me and shows me in the bag he has a whole bunch of La Mer cream. If you don't know what that is, it's like a really fancy like luxury skincare line, which usually, like, you know, a jar will cost $200-300 minimum, and I'm sure, you know, they're selling it for way less, but it's not actually La Mer, right? Like, it's just counterfeit kind of stuff. And I've had a few of those kinds of approaches where it's usually for handbags. Like, if you want some kind of you know, knockoff of a designer brand kind of handbags. But to me, like, it's kind of weird because, like, these people want you to follow them to God knows where, and, you know, you're not supposed to buy counterfeit kind of stuff, even though it's sold kind of everywhere. But technically, like, they could give you a fine if they really had nothing to do that day at immigration. So, and you know, I don't really want to carry a knockoff. So that's the only kind of scammer stuff that I've experienced here in China, which is definitely very mild compared to the rest of the world. But I'm sure there are, you know, some kind of scams here in the country. Maybe if anybody has experienced that, please let us know. I'm pretty sure I go this way. I've actually only walked this road once, guys, so I hope I'm going the right way. I think I am. Basically, I just follow the main road and follow towards the lights. Let's see here. Oh, Jacob says, in Beijing, I had a couple of people ask me if I wanted to go to a tea and wine house with them. What do you mean by that? Like, they tried to scam you at the tea house? Maybe they were just, like, inviting you. Reading your comments here, guys. Oh my gosh, somebody had written in the comments, there's a poutine place here in Shanghai. Oh, you have my attention. That would be amazing, because, you know, obviously in Bulgaria and Sofia I have not seen any poutine, which I greatly miss. So thank you so much to the lovely Dean for the very kind super chat and for coming out. I really appreciate you. Let me read your message here. Hey Alina, did you have a chance to pick up any Mandarin during your time in China? Would be pretty epic to hear you speak some Mandarin. By the way, your Japanese is quite beautiful. Thank you so much, Dean. And I'm very sad to say I haven't. Just ni hao, shishi. That's it. I think anyway. I know you had told me what chicken is once and I sadly forget it. Can you put it in the comments? It starts with a G, right? That's what I remember, at least I think. But I don't know, I find the words here, you know, very difficult to pronounce. I genuinely have to, like, sit down and, you know, G. It's just G? That's it? That's the whole word? Oh, how did I forget that? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, G I can remember. That's easy. That works. Yeah, no, unfortunately, my Mandarin hasn't improved at all because I haven't attempted to improve it at all, unfortunately. It has just been really crazy with the, you know, the press tour. And actually, my friend Bianca arrived yesterday and she was supposed to come out with me today, but she unfortunately had a bunch of work come up and she had to stay in. But you guys will meet her in one of my upcoming videos. So it's been so great. It's been so great to have her along, because you know, there's certain apps that, you know, I have for like the food ordering and stuff. It takes me for freaking ever to go page by page translating everything, but if I have her there, she just does everything for me. It's great. And then yeah, having her along to just help with everything has been so great. So her and I have been talking about, you know, next year potentially doing a whole trip together all over China, because I would have such a, you know, in-depth sort of experience traveling with a local than just by myself, I think. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that. But thank you so much, Dean. Really appreciate you coming out and hope you are doing good. Let's see here. No, I have not memorized every street in Shanghai. I literally know two main streets that I have regularly walked down. Everything else is completely brand new to me. So it's a miracle I'm doing this live stream. Let me see here. As you guys can see, that is, well, maybe you can't see, maybe you don't see what I'm looking at. This is their metro stations here, and I'm pointing it out because it is said that Shanghai has the longest metro in the world. What the exact number of the length is, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I can tell you that there's almost 500 stations here in the city. It is just so clean, so efficient. And from the international airport, Pudong Airport, you are able to take the metro directly from downtown into the city center for 7 yuan, which is like, well, exactly $1 US, which is amazing, and about $1.40 or whatever Canadian. Incredible, like absolutely incredible that they have that kind of public transit, and that they don't charge you, you know, an arm and a leg to take it. Like any other city, they would always make the airport train, you know, at least 2 to 3 times the fare of a regular metro ticket. But here, like, so reasonable, so incredibly reasonable. Let's try and get across here. We're getting closer to the craziness, I believe. But let me just see here. I think I actually, or do I go down here? Actually, locals, anybody that knows what they're doing, before I went on by People's Park and then turned onto Nanjing Road, but is this just Nanjing Road? Because I don't see the street signs, or maybe it's over here. I mean, it's not a big difference if I go either way, I don't think. Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, I can just go down here, right? Nanjing Road. Yeah. Okay. Let's hope that this will take us straight into the madness. In a way, I'll actually be disappointed if it's not as crazy tonight as it was when I was there 2 days ago and took that picture. That's my thumbnail. I'm expecting craziness here. Like, I was literally moving at a snail's pace walking through there before, because, you know, with that many people, and they do have cross sections of the street where you have to wait for traffic, so it took such a long time to actually get to the Bund, the main kind of waterfront walk that they have here in Shanghai, which is super beautiful. Look at all the lights. It really is such an amazing city, guys. Like, if you ever get a chance to come to Shanghai, I highly recommend. And, you know, as I said with my video of Beijing. I did really like it. I liked it even more than I thought I would. But, you know, Shanghai, like, easy choice. Absolutely my favorite place as far as cities go in China that I've been. This almost feels like a little bit like Las Vegas, right? With all the lights. There we are. Oh, they have a Madame Tussauds, the wax figure museum here. I didn't walk by it before. Got a cute little outdoor cafe here. You know, honestly, I'm shocked that this part isn't more busy too. I am really curious if it's gonna be as busy as I thought it would be. Because like 9 p.m. should still be a busy time, right? It's like still fairly early in the night. People are out, things are open. Jacob asks, how much longer are you in China for? Just 3 more days. And then I will be off to Dubai for 5 days. And then I'm back home to Sofia. Okay, how do I get across here? Can I cross here? I don't see a light. I have no idea. No, what the hell? I can't cross here? Are you serious? Oh my god. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I have to go all the way back, damn it. Frickin' go. Okay, for everybody constantly saying the resolution is low, I'm aware there is nothing I can do. If you have a complaint, send it to YouTube. It's them who throttles the quality. Unfortunately, this is all we have. Thank you. It is what it is. And of course, yeah, like it is tricky because I'm also dealing with, you know, the fact that, you know, what do you call it? YouTube is technically outlawed here, right? So sometimes I do get interruptions in service on my eSIM. So of course it's not nearly as fast of speeds as the locals have here, right? And if YouTube was actually allowed, so that's probably the other factor. Aw, thank you so much, Arthur. Thumbs. My colleagues, Alina does her best. Exactly. I'm trying my best here. All right, now we can cross. There we are. Okay, a bit more people here, but still not that crazy. You know, the other thing that's really been bothering me here in Shanghai specifically, but I mean, it was in other places too. I never thought that I had like allergies to pollen or any of that kind of stuff. But here, I have been sneezing like crazy. I feel like I don't know, I have kind of like something in my throat, and not like the kind where you're sick with the cold, and my contacts and my eyes have been giving me like just so much frustration. And the same thing's been happening to Bianca, so like it's not just me, and like other people are sneezing all the time. So I don't know what kind of plants that they have here, but they are not agreeing with me. And yeah, I'm wondering if I should get some kind of allergy medication or something, because it's been so bad the last few days here. All right, guys, we are here finally. Nanjing pedestrian road. Why won't this flip? Honestly, not at all as insane as I was expecting. This is actually way better than it was on Monday. So, or not Monday, Wednesday? I have no idea what day it is, guys, but May 1st, whenever I was here. All right. Look how cool this is. Like, they really make such amazing malls here. There's so many restaurants here, so much shopping. Incredible. Yes, very much Vegas style. Initially, when I first came here, I had the thought that because this road, you know, stretches for about 2 to 3 kilometers, and it was, you know, it was packed. It was literally packed the first time I came here. And all I could think about was the fact that there is probably just in this street 100 times the population of the small town that I grew up in Canada, right? Like, I grew up in a town of 800 people, more or less, called Canistino in Saskatchewan. Now, so those are the people selling the knockoff handbags. If you saw that lady waving me over, I guess I'm her target demographic. Makes sense. But yeah, so I grew up in a town of like 800 people in Canada. And honestly, like, yeah, I would ballpark that in the 2-kilometer stretch of this street, when it's fully packed, it's probably 100 times the size of my town. Like, how crazy is that? It's just wild. Oh my God, okay, I gotta get on this side of the street. Okay, it's starting to get busier. At first I didn't think it was that bad, but maybe once we get farther in here, it's a bit more intense. Shannon says, I hate places like Vegas and Times Square in the US, but in Asia I love them for some reason. You know, fair enough. I totally get that. Well, because I think maybe it's a bit less chaotic, I would say. Like, even though it's still intense, but I don't know, I don't feel like people are, I don't know, gonna like pickpocket you or like attack you, or like a fight's gonna break out, because like, as you can see, there's also a lot of like security and police officers. And when I was here last time, like, they had like military people here. So, you know, I think if you tried anything, you would very quickly be removed. Right here they have like a whole police van, so they can take you away. Yes, I have tried some Shanghai specialties. The soup dumplings have been especially good. I got ones that had both pork and crab, and it was super good. Oh my God, look at down here. Okay. Now it is getting busier, guys. Now we are seeing the kinds of crowds that I was in just a few days ago. I guess it just took a while to get into it. Let's see here. The amount of electricity that an area like this would use is probably crazy. I wonder if they have like solar or like other kinds of renewable energy to power all of these lights. You guys can let me know in the comments, would anybody be like, I don't know if claustrophobic's the right word to use, but like, is there anybody who's afraid of like being in really intense crowds? Because I have actually had a few instances where I started to freak out. Strangely enough, in Canada, it was like in Ottawa for Canada Day. They had, you know, crazy 150-year celebrations, and I was there with some friends, and I started to almost have a panic attack because they basically roped you in. Like, they roped you into these areas that you couldn't easily get out of, and like it just went on forever and ever and ever, and people were like shoving and stuff, and that really freaked me out. Because, you know, there have been instances in those kind of insane crowds where people get trampled, right? Like they just get trampled, and then even more people freak out and people keep pushing, and it becomes really dangerous. So I never like to be in areas where it's like really enclosed. And a lot of people, like at least here, you know, it's a fairly wide street, and, you know, it's not bumper to bumper, so to say. But yeah, I start to freak out in enclosed areas with a bunch of people. I guess like concerts would be, you know, one of the worst offenders, where like if you're in the mosh pit and yeah, you can't easily like get out, and if people start, I don't know, having fights or just moving a lot, like people can get injured, so that really freaks me out. Agoraphobic, fear of crowds. I'm not a fan either, yeah, definitely. Shannon says, I am, but I'm taller than everybody, so I can cope, but I don't like crowds at all. Yeah, exactly. How tall are you, Shannon? I'm curious. If you're tall in America, then you'd definitely be very tall here, because at 5'7", I'm, for a woman, quite tall here. All right, I'm gonna flip here. Get all the cool setup that they have here. Oh my goodness, we have 400 people in the chat right now. That is cool. Thank you all so much for coming out. Oh my gosh, Shannon, you're 5'11". Okay, yeah, you are definitely tall. You would be fine. You could see over top everybody here. You're good. Oh, this girl's got the best view in the house. Oh, they're chasing after somebody, or I don't know. Huh. Weird. Yeah, it's definitely busier here. Have to like tuck my shoulders in so I don't hit the camera out of my hands. Got a Huawei store right in front of us. I checked out their phones one day and they're actually quite impressive. Like, I remember looking at them about 4 or 5 years back, and I'll be honest, I didn't think they were that good, at least like with their camera quality or like the resolution of their screen. But now going into the stores, it's really, really impressive, the quality of the products. Oh my God. It is getting crazy in here. The interesting thing to say though is that while this area is obviously super, super crazy, I feel like people are so loud. Even though this area of the city is obviously super crazy, being so popular, but in the area that I'm staying with in Bianca, she actually was able to like rent an apartment for us. It is not at all like this, you know, like it is super chill. It is not at all, you know, busy on the streets. So, you know, all things considered, it's not that bad, you know, in Shanghai. I think if you come here on the holidays, it'd probably be much better to come here than some of the really scenic, like vacation resort towns that they have here, because everybody wants to go to those, right? And they're not that big. So you'll have a huge, like, condensation. That's probably not the word I'm looking for, but like, you know, you'll feel the amount of people much more in those places on the holidays than you would in Shanghai, because, you know, Shanghai or Beijing is just so big. So at least you could go to the less busy areas and be okay. So that's kind of nice. There we go. Oh my God, somebody went crazy at the M&M store. What did you buy? Just a bunch of M&Ms? Wonder what they're selling over there. Oh, that says Chinese sports lottery. Can any locals actually explain to me? I've seen something here called the welfare lottery here in China. What is that? And if I understand correctly, like gambling is illegal here, like in the mainland, but it's allowed in Macau, right? That's where all the casinos are, but I think here on the mainland there is no casinos. But so then what is this welfare lottery thing that I have seen? I'm curious. Oh, we have somebody here from Curitiba, Brazil. No, no, no. Oh, Shun says it's not the Chinese lottery, just lottery because you're in China. No, it says China Welfare Lottery. That's the name of it. I'll see if I can find it. But it had like China on it. I'm just repeating verbatim. Let's see here. What I'm actually curious about as we make our way towards, you know, the most famous part of Shanghai, the Bund, I'm wondering if there's a way for me to actually get up on the platform, because when I was last here, they had it all closed out because the crowds were so crazy. So if any locals have been in the area in the last couple of days, please let me know. At the end of the street, should I go left or should I go right? Because I would like to get on there to give you guys the amazing view. Oh my gosh, look at this vending machine. That is so cool. It's so big. Oh, FY says welfare lottery is the foundation to collect money to improve public welfare, like charity foundation, but not get money from donations. Oh, so wait, it's a thing that people donate to and then it's given out? Not somebody actually wins it? Am I understanding that correctly? That's interesting. As you can see in front here, this is some military kind of standing here. That would be a hard job, man. Just like standing there all day, that's a hard job. Okay, interesting about the public lottery. Thank you for sharing, everyone. Because I've seen it in so many different places and I was confused about what it was. Oh my God. This is crazy. All right, now we're getting closer-ish to the Bund. Well, they have an actual army vehicle here parked. It's a bit dramatic, but okay. Actually, you know what, guys? Do you want to go into Huawei? I think I can film in here. And I can show you some of the really cool EV cars that they have here. Like, I don't think they're made by Huawei. They're made by different brands. But they're powered by Huawei. And I can actually show you guys the phones here too. Like, look at this beauty. Like, that is a gorgeous car. I love this color. Oh my God. Look at the color. That is spectacular. And look, you even have like a TV in the back. It's so sad that they're like basically 100% tariff to import into even Canada. Like, they all just look so modern. Like, somehow I feel like our vehicles in North America, they, you know, like, they still look nice, but they just don't look super modern. Like, somehow these look very futuristic kind of cars to me. Like, oh my gosh, look at this. I don't know if I quite like this design, but it's interesting, right? It's, I don't know, would you get it just because you need more room? Or does it actually have more or less the same amount of room, but it just is bulkier? That's cool. And yeah, just so you guys can see, they are powered by Huawei. So they have, you know, like the charging stations everywhere. So that's kind of cool. Very nice. Very fancy. Yeah, they just have these like nice seating areas here. Let me show you guys some phones. I really like their flip phone, actually. I'll have to find it, but here's the Mate 70 Pro. I don't know what to do here. Like, pretty nice resolution if you ask me. So that's cool. Let's see if I can find the cute little flip phone I was looking at. But okay, yeah, they're over here, but everybody's looking at them, damn it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in there. And look at these ones. This would be not at all practical for me. Like, this is just too square, right? Like, it look. Oh wait, this is a flip one. Never mind. This is.
Can I ask you questions about the public social media?
Sorry?
Is this a public social media?
Yes.
It's other because we do have the application and as authorized.
Sorry?
Some authorized something paper because if you upload something on the social media, we may should have the application for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't film then. No problem. No problem. No problem.
Okay, have a tool,
Sure.
but not upload.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. Whoops. I guess I'm not allowed to film in here, guys. Better get out then. That's weird. Maybe it's just in here. Usually, like, I filmed in like malls or anything and it's been fine. But I guess, I don't know, maybe not in there. Anyways, at least I got to show it to you guys, so we're all good. Don't listen to this woman. All right. Moving onwards. The crowd has actually died down quite a bit. Just reading your comments here. All right. Yeah, actually, I am shocked that the crowds are so much less here. Maybe we will actually get up on the Bund. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh. They're closing us off. It's very serious. Just for these guys to cross. Oh, that's great. All right, green light. We able to go? Oh. Interesting. All right. The one tricky thing about the holidays, though, is that it begins in the most busy areas. It's super difficult to get on the public transit, right? And sometimes they even close down some stations in the super busy areas because it would just get overwhelmed otherwise. So I'm curious how I'm going to get home tonight. I don't think it should actually be that bad, but on May 1st when I came, I had to walk home. I mean, I could have gotten a taxi at some point closer to home, but I was like, whatever. You know, they had closed some of the stations like close to here down. So I walked for an hour and a half home. But yeah, tonight, since it's not as busy, maybe I will be able to take the metro back. Oh, they're gonna wall us off again. WK asks, so most of the time the police don't have guns. You know, actually I don't know. I see a baton on some of them, but yeah, maybe not a gun, which I guess probably is for the best. Maybe like some other officers that that we can't see have a gun, but yeah, just these guys, I don't think they do. All right, I think we're about a block away. Are you guys ready for a spectacular skyline? I think it should start appearing here very soon. There we are. Oh, you see it? It's peeking through. People asking why are there people in different uniforms? Well, I think the guys in the neon vest, they're just like regular security, I think. Or maybe those are the regular police, and then the guys that are in green are the military. That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. The guys from the military look like they don't blink. The police officers look a bit more chill. How spectacular is this, guys? Wow. Oriental Pearl. So, I'm gonna sneak through here. Oh my God. Is this some kind of famous like hotel? Because I see everybody taking a picture with this Peace Hotel. Can anybody tell me the significance of it? Just looks like a regular hotel to me, but there must obviously be some kind of history behind it. Oh, I love the lights here. Okay. Yufei says this is the hotel where many heads of state have stayed. Okay, that's interesting. Legacy Luxury Hotel. Wow. Amazing. Shanghai Tower there peeking through. From my understanding, the population of Shanghai is 28 million, I believe. You know, it's always hard to get the exact figures, and it depends exactly what areas they're counting, which ones they're not. But yeah, I believe it's 28 million, and from the list that I saw, it's the third largest city in the world. Who's that? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're crossing over here. Gotta go over here. A little bit chaotic. This makes you feel alive. This makes you feel human. Yeah, it certainly makes me feel things, that's for sure. I think we're gonna make it across. All right, we made it, guys. We made it to the other side. And look at this spectacular view. Just amazing. Now the question is, can we actually get on that side? I wasn't able to last time I was here because there was just too many people. But they only have specific places where you can go up, right? Because here, as you can see, it's just going down. They've kind of closed it off. So I don't know if I should go left or right to get up on the bund. Could anybody direct me? I would appreciate it. Last time I went to the right and I didn't find any places, but obviously that could have changed. So I wonder if I should go to the left this time around. Follow the crowd. The crowd is kind of everywhere. I don't know. Go left, Alexander says. Okay, I'm gonna go left.